seems you don't know much about me. Just start from the beginning. Here's a Bible. Just read it. If you have any questions, go listen to my apologists. They'll explain it. I really don't have time for this shit.
Sorry, Yahweh. I'll let you get back to, whatever you do. And I'll look into this. Alright, let's see how the humans fuck this up.
Many trees grew in the Garden of Eden. God told Adam and Eve, "You may eat the fruit from any tree except for one. Never eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil."
In Genesis 1:29, God said he gave them every tree with fruit to eat as food. But in chapter 2, verse 16 and 17, God gives us one exception with the most serious consequences. The fucking death penalty. Good thing God let Adam and Eve live for over 900 years on death row, free to roam the earth and live completely freely. Such a fucking terrible punishment.
Now there was a sneaky snake in the garden. One day the snake saw Eve near the special tree. It hissed, "Did God really tell you not to eat of the fruit from this tree?"
Like I said before, it depends on which chapter you read, but yeah, I guess he did.
The snake wanted Eve to disobey God. It said, "You should try some of this tasty fruit. If you eat it, you will be like God. You will be able to tell the difference between good and evil."
Is having a conscience such a bad thing? Why would God be so fucking pissed people would want a moral compass? Especially when he created a fucking tree that would give it to you with the bite of its fruit. And how the fuck were they supposed to know not eating it was wrong if they didn't have the knowledge of right and wrong?
The fruit looked tasty. Eve remembered what God had said, but she ate the fruit anyway. She gave some to Adam. He took a bite too.
Our moral compass is what makes us human. So even if she was knowingly disobeying God, how was she expected to know it was the incorrect choice without the moral compass?
As the sun was going down, Adam and Eve heard God walking through the garden.
So God walks? Actually, throughout the whole Old Testament, God walks, talks, has a backside, stands on Sinai, and doesn't like stepping in shit. He also has hands and loins and other body part. Well, until the New Testament, that is.
He was looking for them. Adam and Eve hid among the trees. They were afraid.
Oh, and he plays fucking hide and seek?
"What have you done?" God asked. "Did you eat the fruit from the forbidden tree?" Adam said, "Yes, but Eve gave it to me."
The Bible says Adam said, "The woman you gave me." He did make them without the knowledge of good and evil. How the fuck was Adam supposed to know he was supposed to obey God when his wife was telling him the exact opposite? When God made them without the ability to determine right and wrong. So yeah, God, it very truly is your fault here.
Eve said, "Yes, but the snake tricked me."
Once again, how is she expected to know this without the knowledge?
God told the snake, "Because of what you did, you will always crawl on your belly."
Instead of what? Legs? This children's book shows the snake in the tree and now it's on the ground, but some snakes live in trees, so it must be talking about legs, but where did their legs go and why did God leave the vestigial bones of legs in the back?
Then he told Adam and Eve, "Because you disobeyed me, you can no longer live in the garden."
God's like, "I made you ignorant, so now I punish you for being ignorant."
Adam and Eve left the garden. God placed angels at a flaming sword to guard the entrance. Adam and Eve would not be allowed in the garden again.
The Bible says this is to guard the way of the tree of life because God's worried Adam and Eve might eat from the tree and live forever, like, quote,
"One of us,"
unquote. Who knows why Yahweh is referring to himself in the plural? Who knows who else he might be referring to? Fuck it. So that's the end of the story, and understandably, this kid's Bible jumps to Genesis 6 next, skipping Genesis 4 and 5. So I'll do a brief summary right here. Chapter 4 is where Cain murders Abel because God rejects a plant and vegetable sacrifice because he wanted blood. God always wants blood, but Cain didn't even fucking know what kind of sacrifice God liked. God never even said he wanted a sacrifice of any kind yet. Then God curses Cain to be a wandering fugitive. But as soon as Cain leaves, he does the exact opposite immediately and builds a city and fucks his wife, who other than his sister? Or did God make other people other than Adam and Eve? And then chapter 5 is pretty much just a genealogy, so there's no real need to explain that, except to note that this is where the story of Enoch and Methuselah are, the man who never died and the man who lived to 969, the oldest man in the Bible. And that's the end of this video.
If you like what I do, please subscribe below. If you hate what I do, fuck you. No, I'm just playing. You can post your comments or your hate below. And thank you for watching.